And we are live. Thank you, everyone watching us live, and everyone watching us back as a recording. We appreciate you as well.
Yes, thank you, everyone, for joining us. So tonight we are joined by Stephen, Hannah, and Christine. Stephen is Sierra's ex-husband, Hannah is his wife, and Christine is the ex-wife of Tyler. So thank you all for joining us. Appreciate you joining us on Located Lost.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So Christine, if you don't mind starting this off, can you kind of give us a background as to what's going on here?
Yeah, so early April, my oldest son, which is one of Tyler's children, excuse me, had received a text message saying, "Hey, I need you to stop by the apartment later on. I left a letter for you." And that was basically all he said. My son said, "Okay." So when he got out of his college course, he went over and Tyler was gone, and Sierra. And there was a note left for him and his brother. It basically said, "I love you guys, but I have to leave. I'm being accused of things that I didn't do. I'll explain more when I can. Please sell everything. Everything's yours." Yeah, so it was basically along that line. Tyler had left them his car, one of his cars, a snowmobile, basically his entire apartment, couch, table, just everything. Everything was trashed, and so trashed in there. There was paraphernalia everywhere of different things. Not hard drugs, it was more of like weed, and I don't know what else. When my children were going through their things, found a lot of bedroom toys, stuff like that. And basically, they've been on the run ever since. Tyler and Sierra have been on the run ever since. Nobody's heard from them. My oldest already, he had his birthday, he had graduation, nothing, no nothing. They just disappeared.
Real quick, 1 second, Christine. You're kind of on the quiet side. Are those headphones? Are they on backwards by any chance? I'm wondering if the microphone is on the other side of the, or is the
I have no idea. Hold on 1 second.
Just that it almost sounds like you're talking behind it.
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, that's a lot louder.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Lord done.
I got it.
Hold on 1 second. Hannah, you can take over.
Yeah. So, in one of the notes that her son was left by Tyler and Sierra, it had our contact information on the bottom, and said that we could take the stuff that belonged to Steven's children with Sierra, and we basically met with a DHS caseworker who. Yeah, the following Monday. We hadn't been to the apartment before we had spoken with her, but she more or less told us that they couldn't contact Sierra, that they were trying to get a location on her to have a meeting with her, and that even if she were to show up, that we were to keep the kids and contact them immediately, basically.
And so I might have missed it when Christine was talking earlier. Why were they looking for them?
They weren't really clear. initially why they were looking for him. Their apartment was raided and like all of their electronics were confiscated. They wouldn't really disclose why.
Still really won't.
And they're still being really vague until like of course they find them and have
Make
a chance
an
to talk to them themselves. But like through subpoena, we were later able to get a contact of like the search warrants and found that there was involvement with child pornography and bestiality, with specific usernames and IP addresses. And that's why their electronics were confiscated.
Yeah, do you mind saying what those usernames were, just so people understand like what kind of sick guy he is?
I don't exactly know off the top of my head if it's exact, but I know that they were posted on that Facebook page. I want to say one of them was like 207 dog slut and main puppy slut were the two usernames that they were using to talk to people in the fetish communities online.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't warn you of that, Jeff. Sorry.
No, I wasn't expecting the username. I mean, I had a background and some of the stuff. That, yeah, I know. Like, I can't imagine finding that out about previous person you had a relationship with, that things were that weird or bad.
Pretty blindsiding.
Yeah.
So they took off in April, right? It was the last time people had seen them for a while.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
Where do we think they went at that point?
They've been everywhere since we've heard, like anywhere from, what was it, Missouri, and she lived with her father there for a while, because I was able to actually serve an action against her at that point, but it was only one serving.
She was on the run again.
And then she was on the run again right after that.
And was that was after they seized their property?
Yes.
Yes, this was after.
Okay. And is
Like
the assumption
months
that they've come back to Maine? Or
They've been back to Maine since then, I do believe.
Okay. And what's your reasoning for that?
It's been a lot of sightings, especially right down to their license plate on that car there.
Mm-hmm. And it was near between like Waterville and Bangor area, right, where they were potentially sighted?
Yes.
So
most recently,
at one point. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, so they were hiding up in the Irving Woodlands there for a little bit over the summer. They were spotted multiple times between Irving Woodlands and Madawaska.
Mm-hmm.
And most recently spotted down south somewhere, between Bangor and Fairfield, Waterville.
And that's actually right near where I live. Like, I'm probably 20 minutes from Fairfield.
To be quite honest with you, though, I can't imagine, unless if they hooked up with someone down there to help them out, I can't imagine they're going to stay homeless in the winter up here. They probably floated to a different state where it's warmer. That's my guess. Don't know if they did hook up with someone. I have no idea.
So we believe they're driving a dark 2010 Subaru Forester with license plate number PICK1E, which I guess spells pickle or picky, I don't know which. And then there's another plate that's been seen on it with 9978YB.
Yep.
Yeah. So his original was the 9978, but then he got it switched over to the pickle. But then when he went on the run, I think it's an easy spot. Everybody can see, pickle. It's an easy thing to remember.
Right.
So
yeah, that's gonna stand out.
He switched it out. So.
So are they allowed to have contact with your children, Stephen?
Not at all. Not at all. He actually made an attempt to contact the DHS caseworker and seeing what her rights were, and this was when she was staying with her father, I do believe. And they didn't even know what to tell her. She just like said that she had rights. She did try to contact me once. I contacted the police, and then there was no contact after that.
Mm-hmm.
And we should say, because she came back after they'd been missing for a while, she had come back, right? And what's the circumstance of that? Either one of you guys can tell me that.
Well, the circumstance of that was because she had to appear at court for.
No, she went to the hospital. He had beaten her so badly. She had her father pick her up in the hospital, and he took her back to New York with him. And then it was when she was staying with him, recovering, that we were able to get her served for a protection order.
Yeah. So these are some of the pictures that allegedly was from abuse suffered from Tyler, right?
Yes. Those were pictures that Sierra herself had sent to myself and a few other people.
So, and really, I mean, you guys aren't just on here to try to, I think you are too, but try to get them located so they can be, held to justice, right? But also you're concerned that Sierra might not be safe, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think she's safe.
Clearly, she's not
a whole
safe.
minute she's with him.
No. They're both on a very dangerous path.
Do you guys have any idea how they met?
It would be Steven that would have to speak on that one.
We knew each other. We used to party. And then she ended up leaving me for him.
Yeah. All right. So I didn't know that. I didn't mean to throw that at you or anything.
No.
It's just weird. Like, Steven, so how long have you known Tyler?
Not too long.
But could you ever see him doing these things that he's...
Maybe.
Could you see him doing the things he's been accused of?
No. I wouldn't have.
And then, Christine, you were married to Tyler. Did you ever see anything this side of him at all? Did he ever behave this way around you?
Well, so the abuse, yes. I've had a knife held to my throat. I've been suffocated. I've had staples put in my head. I've been beat pretty bad.
Oh my word!
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, the domestic part of it is there for sure. It's been there. Of course, he didn't start showing those signs. I was 16 when I met him. So I mean, I was young, vulnerable. He knew that. I didn't come from a very good childhood, and he took advantage of that.
How old was he at the time?
I was to say, what's the age difference?
Oh, he was only 19 because he looks
3 years.
A lot older.
Yeah. No.
But
yeah, it's just the first year was great, maybe even 2. But after that, it was just the gaslighting, the manipulation. He's definitely 100% a narcissist. Yeah, he's quite the fellow, and I mean everything else. Now, I mean we were together for 13 years. 2 kids. My kids are older. They're 17, almost 18, and 20. So, yeah, I'm remarried now. I have been for 11 years. No, I mean, everything else, this is all news.
I'm going to show some of the pending charges. Let me get this full screen so I can actually read it. So the allegations are sexual abuse, high severity, like there's multiple charges there. A couple that say substantiated, others say substantiated. Then also neglect. So is this all like children, or is this, I assume it's for children, right?
Yes, that's all children.
All children.
Yeah.
Christine, did he ever show that side of himself to you at all? Like, did you have any inclination he was like that?
So his sexual side came out towards the very ending of a relationship. He wanted to do like the swinging thing, stuff like that. And I was totally against it. He did not like that. That led to a lot of cheating, a lot of lies, a lot of drinking part. It just, that's not, he's an alcoholic. So, that definitely, it ended a relationship for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also on the screen here is a text message chain. Hannah, is this something she had sent to you, Sierra had sent to you, or is this to somebody else?
That is to somebody else.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read through some of these, if you guys don't mind. I did think I could save him. I thought all my efforts weren't lost. Then he started not liking the kids around and said he couldn't have his there, but mine could be there, and it got ugly for a bit. Then got a little better. And then him wanting to swing, which is something you had brought up.
Can I just stop you right there, just so it makes sense to viewers?
Yeah.
So that's something that I actually put together, and that is from multiple different. Every single one that you're reading is from a different woman that had relations with Tyler. So these are different statements from different women that was with Tyler over time.
Okay.
So
Right.
for me, it's been multiple women that he's done crazy stuff to.
All right. Yeah, it's insane. Some of the stuff they say here. Let me go back to their picture. How old is Tyler?
He's 43.
And then how old is Sierra?
30.
I want to say she's 35.
Mid-30s, though. Okay. And as far as you guys know, they don't have any contacts that they could stay with, right?
Sure, they would have 20.
We're honestly not sure. At this point, her family is very much on the side of wanting her safe, wanting her to be okay. We all just really want answers on what's going on,
where they are.
What? Because they're they obviously aren't using any of their social media anymore, and her phone has been shut off for a long time, right?
Yes, and we've even tried reaching out to known emails that we have from her. I've been able to do different background checks, and they have emails and stuff listed on there, and it's gotten to the point where we're getting return emails from the email itself saying that her inbox is full and she can't receive any more messages.
Oh.
Even from the email.
That's weird.
And you had said that she had tried to reach out once, but she had no contact with her kids, right? Is that like her to just abandon her children like that?
Honestly, no. It's really not. There were a lot of times, and we were keeping a log on how often she would ask us to take the kids early while it was her time, because we had split 50-50 custody. But it was every single week we were picking them up early. Sometimes they would just outright stay with us for weeks at a time. Because before she had come clean about Tyler not really wanting them over there, it would just be random excuse after random excuse, mostly having to do with sickness or being in the hospital or something similar.
I'm going to go through a couple of these comments here, Jeff.
Yeah.
So Brooke says, as a survivor myself, it's people like you that help me continue to better myself, Christine. So yeah, thank you, Christine, for sharing that. Christine says, I just want to hug you, Christine, and tell you how brave you are to get away from him. You definitely got away with saving your life. I'm not sure what that, I think she just misspelled something there, but whether you know it or not, your voice will save many women tonight. You are so awesome. And then Lisa says, I'm his mother, no contact whatsoever. Are you guys in touch with Lisa as well?
No, we haven't really been in touch with Lisa. We've been more on touch with Sierra's side of the family.
Okay.
You okay, Christine?
I'm in touch with Lisa. I'm actually pretty close with Lisa. I spoke with her right before I got on here, actually.
I'm sorry if this is a bit much at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of people just saying stuff like "my heart is with you all." And is there a history of substance abuse here? Like you kind of touched on it with the images from their housing, but is there a history of drug use?
Like she's got a mental illness. Like she used to be on some pretty heavy stabilizers.
Mm-hmm.
But you would usually never take them. So substance abuse probably wouldn't be out of the picture.
Well, especially if there's
says-
someone in the relationship that's going to want to push that too, right?
This is further back. So this is probably before we start talking about this. But yes, Brooke, she was abused. Those pictures you showed briefly are really heartbreaking. Do you think she's doing these things because she's afraid of him? Is that what you guys think?
I mean, she's had so many outs. I mean, she had him set up with her dad up in New York, and then she chose to go right back to it. You know.
It's so hard to get out. So so narcissism is a real thing, and manipulation is a real thing, and when you've been brainwashed and manipulated and constantly you go into the survival mode, and I think right now she probably thinks that I gotta be here for Tyler. He needs
All right,
me.
there. Mary says
Exactly.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Yeah, but I'm not saying that she's innocent in any way, because she's not. She's just guilty. But the abuse part of it, absolutely.
And I've read one time that I think it takes 7 times for a woman to leave a guy before she actually finally leaves. Like they keep going back to these abusive guys. And the charges that they're running from are, pornography charges, child abuse charges, neglect, and that includes her as well as him.
Yes.
For all those charges. All right.
Yep.
Let's see.
We do have a message here from Eric saying, "Love you, babe. You got this." Eric Cody.
My husband, he's wonderful.
Sue says, "Christine, I understand narcissism manipulation due to my ex, but he was never physical. Thank goodness." All right, so it's hard to have this conversation because we really don't know what's going on with them. We don't know where they are. They could be anywhere between here, Missouri, really, but last sightings where you said the Waddville, Bangor area, and let me put that car back up too.
Yeah, potentially Fairfield. And yeah, so the license plate. Oh, let me pull that back up.
I just put it up.
Oh, did you? Okay, so yeah, it's a dark 2010 Super Forester, main license plate, either Pickle, spelled with a 1 instead of an L, or 9978YB. And that's the most that we can try to do is try and get information out there. So if someone does see this, then they can report it. And let me pull up is it Presque Isle that's handling that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so Presque Isle PD, their phone number is 207-764-4476. I'll say it one more time. 207-764-4476. They are both wanted by the police, or the police are both looking for them, but there's a very good chance that Sierra she obviously is at risk one way or another. Like you guys have seen the photos, and if you're just listening, then yeah, there's some pretty horrific like abuse photos. So it's not just like we're not trying to snitch on someone here, but you know, they for her sake, if you guys know anything, please reach out to someone.
I should probably mention that they do, as far as we know, they do have an active warrant out for their arrest throughout the whole United States. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the Presque Isle Police Department. If you see them anywhere in your local area, call the PD.
And they will be
I mean,
notified.
the Presque Isle Police Department has handled this case since day one. So, I mean, if you did call, they would know, but...
When was the last verified sighting? You guys have any idea?
It's really
And-
hard to say because so many people would chime in saying that they remember seeing the license plate and just vague areas that they were seen at, whether it be like a gas station. I work at a Circle K, and I had one of my vendors say that they saw them while making a delivery, shopping at a grocery store, and that it was for sure them because they are traveling with a dog too. And this dog has been seen like with some of the sightings. It's a brindle, like bull mastiff, English
Bull
mastiff type dog.
I actually meant to mention that, so thank you for doing that.
Yes.
And so the vendor said he saw both of them, right? Like that she's still safe.
Yes, that he did see both of them, and that that they were shopping for groceries and stuff, and then loading it up into the car, and that's when he noticed the dog was there too. And he had made a call to the Madawaska Police Department, but they weren't able to follow up in time.
Christy Blanger says the last I heard they were in Fort Kent.
Yeah, we've heard that too.
Yeah, it's so hard, he plays it smart, staying up if he is up there. It's because, state police and sheriffs have that jurisdiction, and we don't have very many of those patrolling this area up here. So, I mean, at the time the call comes in, it's too late. I think Fort Kent has a police department. Maybe Madawaska, I don't know, but I know, between New Sweden and the Irving Woodlands, Van Buren Cove, stuff like that, it's strictly sheriff or state police. And that's what was happening. People would spot them, call it in, and they'd be too late.
Yeah, it'd be hours before they could get up there to investigate it.
Yeah.
And Stephen and Hannah, how are the... Oh, sorry. Do you mind?
No, go ahead.
Stephen and Hannah, how are the children doing with all this? Like, are they asking for their mom?
They haven't been asking at all. Is the kind of troubling part. Like, they'll make vague memory recollections of her, but most of the part, it's...
At first, they were really confused, and we tried to explain things to them in the most child-appropriate way that we could. That we didn't know where we are, or where they were. We didn't want to lie to them. So we just kind of kept it we don't know where she is. We don't know if she's going to be coming back, but the police are trying to help find her and make sure that she's safe, and that we're going to do the best that we can to make sure everything's going to be okay.
Awesome. And then, Christine, do you and Tyler have children together or no?
We have two. One's almost 18, and the other one's 20.
How are they doing with this?
Well, so they are confused, angry, aggravated. They want him to turn himself in. They want him to do right. They're very mad. He's missed graduations, he's missed birthdays, he's missed all this stuff, and because he's being so selfish, and he just won't do right when he did wrong. Make up for it. Turn yourself in.
Yeah. He's not going to outrun the PD.
No,
Christy
eventually.
also says, we've been stopped by game wardens while just riding in the woods to see if we'd seen them. So that's good to hear. That
Okay, that's
they're actually out there
encouraging.
looking for them.
That's awesome. Good. I like that.
Christine says, predators are very good at hiding. They stay in non-populated areas, not many people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Doodlebug has a question. I think I know the answer, but what kind of work would they be doing? Like if they're going to work under the table or that type of thing? Good question.
Yeah, very good question. Do they either of them have any sort of professional skills or?
So Tyler's a handyman and he's a mechanic. He's kind of like the jack of all trades. He's very good with his words. He can say anything and make you believe him. So, I mean, if he were to have put something out on, let's say, Craigslist or whatever, commented on an ad, looking for help, whatever, I'm sure he would have jumped right on it. He can literally fix anything. He's one of those guys that can build a house, no problem, and fix a car, no problem. So, yeah.
Sierra didn't have any discernible trades.
No.
Well, she was a baker by trade at one point, but that's about it. But
He never really kept this
still
stable
something.
job.
Yeah, but with his abilities, that's something you could definitely do under the table, I would think, right? Like be a handyman, build something for someone for $300 or fix someone's car for $250, whatever.
Yeah.
Like
if anyone does end up getting hire for work sort of thing, maybe just keep an eye out for that sort of
and I'll give Doodlebug a shout out here. So she has a YouTube channel that covers true crime. So if anyone is interested, please check out her channel. But yeah, that was a good question. So where? Oh, go ahead, Christy. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I know I keep interrupting. I'm sorry. Well, so I just wanted to mention too, Tyler does have another son with another woman. She did give me permission to speak on this. He is 10, this little boy, and he's taken it pretty hard. Dad disappeared. Doesn't know where he's at. This little boy is just completely shattered.
That's a really important age for someone's like dad to not be around. So
yeah,
yep.
It's very sad. Yep.
They honestly, like, they look like they could blend into a crowd. There's
they
nothing
really,
really
I keep,
discerning about either one of them.
Every time I see that photo, I'm like, there's got to, like, I feel like I probably could have seen people like this 100 times. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do like that we have image of him with a beard and without a beard. So
yes, that is, yeah.
He is known to shave his head too, bald. So
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No.
Come on, Baldy. Okay. Well, did anyone else have anything else that they wanted to? Anyone have anything else they wanted to share? A message to Sierra or to Tyler if they happen to witness this, maybe.
Turn yourself.
Right by your kids.
Answer for what you did.
Yep.
I mean, my kids are only 5 and 7. They have no idea how to handle this. But it's just
awful.
No, they'll get caught. As far as we know, Tyler doesn't have his license. It would be the simple fact that he gets pulled over for speeding, whatever it is, and there he goes.
Yep.
You can't run forever, Tyler. Turn yourself in.
That's right.
Your kids are suffering. Everybody's suffering because we want what's right It's selfish.
Oh, how about what does
Okay.
either one of them have for tattoos? That's a good question as well. Do you guys know what they have for tattoos?
Yes. So Sierra has a moon tattoo on her chest. She also has a very large dream catcher tattoo on her upper thigh that wraps around her leg, basically.
Okay, that should be pretty noticeable.
Tyler has one tattoo. I can't remember if it's on his left or his right arm, but it goes all the way down his forearm. It's like a tribal thing that goes all the way up and down, and it has like a little circle in the middle. Yeah.
Awesome.
Ray said, I sent this over to Bangor FBI. So that's cool.
I would hope that they're already aware of that, but
There's a number of offices that are aware.
yeah.
He says, I'm part of a WhatsApp group nationwide, and I also posted this to the group for law enforcement nationwide and bill enforcement, bounty hunters, PIs, stuff like that. That's cool.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Someone will pick that up.
Yeah, that
Money
is
off 'em.
fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Well, as always, I do want to say thank you to like everyone being really like understanding and courteous in the comments. You guys, and thank you, Christine, for sharing that. I know it was a little bit tough, but like we were saying before, people have your back in here. But also, you know, thank you guys for being here as well, helping, because you know we can't get these stories out there unless, you know, there's people to help us get the stories out there too. So for the sake of all your kids, you know, I hope that you guys they can be found, and hopefully maybe things aren't as bad for Sierra as it looks.
Right.
But
And
you
Tyler,
never
listen
know.
to your mother. Tyler, your mother's saying, please turn yourself in. So listen to your mom.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
It
So
doesn't
they were
get
last
better
seen.
by-
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. You're
They
good.
were last seen in 2010 Subaru Forester, license plate number 9978YB, or pickle with an I for the L, or an I for the L, right?
Yeah.
No, a 1 for the L.
One for the. Oh my God.
I have it here somewhere. Let me just put that up there.
Yeah.
PICK1E or 9978YB.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Thank you guys very much for being here. Once we play the outro video, you guys are more than welcome to stick around so we can have a bit more of a chat. We can thank you guys again. But we'd had the Facebook page.
Oh yeah.
1 second, I got that copied. I'll post this.
The
People
page
to
is called
join.
Where is Sierra Frey and Tyler Anderson? So that way, if you want to keep up with the story, try to help find them, follow that Facebook page.
And obviously, if you guys have stuff for us to share further down the line, obviously let us know any sort of updates that you want us to share out there. We'll absolutely do anything we can to assist with that. But all right. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to say?
I just wanted to tell Sierra that it's not too late to get out. You know, if you have a moment where you can get away, go. You know, turn yourself
have a
in,
feeling-
get all the stuff you need to, and move forward.
I
Because
have
you
a
know
feeling
what?
if she
Everything I
decides-
just told you, Sierra, is a lie. You know, from what I've been told, you know, all of his ex-girlfriends have cheated on him and all this other stuff. That's not true. He's beat me so bad I've been in the hospital too, girl. So it's time to go.
I bet the state would make a deal with her to become state witness against him. Just a guess.
Oh, absolutely.
Steven and Hannah, do you guys have anything you want to say before we end?
No, I think Christine just about summed it up. I mean, if you get a second, Sierra, just run. I mean, go to anybody. I bet, anybody 10 to 1 would help you out, get you help, get you to a hospital, take you to the police. It's never too late to turn your life around and just decide to do better and do right by your kids and make a difference for them and then make a difference for yourself.
Oh
Yeah, you said she's like mid-30s, so she still has another 50 years on this earth at least. So you got plenty of time to change things and be there for your children.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you all for watching.
Like I said, you can stick around after this ends if you guys want to have a little bit more of a chat. We're gonna play the outro and thank everyone very much for tuning in and trying to help with this. So
thank you.
All right, everyone. Yeah. Yes. Have a great night, everyone.
You too.
For 5-year-old Taylor Williams led investigators to Alabama this week.
So we have some breaking news from Florida. An arrest has been made in connection.
After years of agony, a glimmer of hope for the family.
Investigators spent hours searching through this house off Pennsylvania Avenue.
What could be a major development in the search for missing Alabama teenager.
Tonight, a stunning twist in the search for Taylor.
Somebody out there knows something.
They want to lay him to rest their way, not by somebody else's way.